Hey, Snow, welcome back.
Hey, MJ.
2 weeks in a row, you're back.
Yay, back to reality
Yeah.
redemption.
All right, yeah, we missed you, in case if somebody wasn't listening last week.
Oh, yes, thank you. I missed everybody,
Yeah, we got
too.
Kat back. It's been a while.
Hello.
Yes,
Ben.
Kat's one of our favorites, one of our activist people.
Yeah.
Yay, we love activists here.
All right, so we'll start off. We're doing this on Veterans Day, so a little toast of our
Cheers.
Pear IPA from Grand Canyon Brewery to the veterans.
Thank you for your service.
Who make this all possible for our freedom to...
So we're able to talk our
Do this.
nonsense, you know?
For at least another year and a half.
Until 2024.
Yeah.
Well, then we might be banned.
Yeah.
We might be canceled. Isn't that ironic that the same people who scream about cancel culture want to maybe impose canceling?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a cancel attempt on this podcast, but it was from a very small group.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
That, you guys
We're-
are that impressionable now? See, you're
well,
getting the big time when people... when
We
you
never
got
thought we
haters.
were. Like, yeah, we never thought we were. We're
Yeah,
like, what?
I mean,
People want to cancel us?
I mean, apparently in some tavern somewhere, people listen to us.
Right? Yeah.
Even if it's hate listening.
I'd say
But we
that's
thank you for
actually
listening.
An accomplishment.
Yes. Cheers to you, too.
Cheers to you.
There was a pause because we all
Yeah.
had to take a sip.
Yeah. And the veterans, my stance on the veterans is, thank you for the service. Thank you for protecting the country, going to war and stuff like that. But I always thought, I'm a firm advocate of the best way to protect our military service people is to not send them to war in the first place.
Yeah.
And isn't that kind of like what President Biden is trying to do right now? Like, we still have not deployed any troops to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And we're very much trying to get Israel to think about things before
trying to
they
do the right thing. And
right.
although we
don't react.
We did launch some military strikes into Syria.
We did?
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last couple of weeks, because Syria was lobbing missiles in towards Israel.
So the United States had to help do that?
Yeah.
What?
So we do have military ships off the coast. So we are involved a little bit.
I don't know that I'm okay with that part.
Yeah.
Now I see why you said what you said
really
about. I don't.
Into a world
We don't need to be in a war. Yeah, we don't need to.
Especially in.
We just got out of a really long one that didn't do
war.
much.
It's like
Good.
never-ending
For-
holy war. That,
Yeah.
you know.
And on that fact, the war that Biden got a lot of shit about for pulling out of Afghanistan, everybody's saying, well, there was world peace when the last president was in office. So no, we were still in the Afghanistan war up until the Biden administration.
And let's just say, excuse me, but Trump was working on doing the same thing too. It's like it finally got pulled out by the time that Biden became president. Trump was already thinking about pulling out of it. He already was talking about it.
And it was because of Trump that it ended. And
Right.
it was one of the things that I was like, going,
Which we can say, yes, thank you. Thank you, former President Orange Trump. Like, yes, we can thank you for that. Like, hello.
Now
Credit where it's due.
Right.
People we hate.
I thank you for that, and I thank you for the vaccine. I will always thank you for those things.
it ended shitty. How Afghanistan ended was ugly, but it was always going to be ugly.
Right. It always is. When has there ever been a time where it's been like a big fucking kumbaya?
That's why.
When you pull out, when you finally pull out.
So that's why. That's why.
Well.
It's better not to get
I know.
involved.
I'm like, wait. I'm just thinking about what I said.
Do you want to rethink that statement?
Out of war, okay? Not just pulling out.
Oh, yeah, the wars should come later.
Like, I really have to, I make that mistake all the time. I say stuff like that, and I'm like, oh. And it's always men that are
That's
like,
what she said.
right? Yeah. That's why we have you here, MJ, you know?
So, I guess, but we're coming into that season again where war is imminent. It's like Game of Thrones, winter is coming.
I was gonna say, is it because of the cold? Like people are like, I can't.
Of course, but
I can't go to the beach right now.
no. But the war on Christmas is imminent.
Oh, the war on Christmas. Okay,
Yeah, we can't say Merry Christmas. You know,
again, we're having.
We fight
this
this
is
war
like
every
a
year.
perpetual war that keeps on happening.
I know it's like the Palestine-Israel conflict.
When are they gonna allow us to say Merry Christmas? This is so fucking stupid.
Now,
like,
here's my take. I kind of read the room when if somebody says Merry Christmas to me, I'll okay, Merry
I
Christmas.
say Merry Christmas.
If they say
to
happy,
you.
if they say Happy Holidays, Happy
I
Holidays.
say Happy Holidays.
Or I say Happy Christmas. I mix it
Right.
up. Merry Holidays.
Uh-huh.
You know, just
Season's
wing it.
greetings.
Season's greetings.
I
Yeah,
just
that
say-
should be pretty easy, right?
I just
Maybe I'll start saying that. I you know what? I've never actually said that one before. when
Season's
people
greetings.
say, I'm going to be like, season's greetings.
happy
Bitches.
Festivus.
Yeah. I do that. So I celebrate that every year. I'm always like, happy Festivus for the rest of us. We have to always remember the late, great Jerry Stiller.
Although
Oh, we do.
this, yes, Jerry Stiller, brilliant comic mind. But do you think it'll be different this year? Because think about it. Hear me out here. That when you say Happy Holidays, it's not like this political fuck you towards Merry Christmas. It's not that. It's because you don't know. There's like dozens of holidays that are celebrated between November and December, right? And you don't know what kind of religion someone is, so you say Happy Holidays. It's just being like, okay, hey, you do you, and hey, have a great holiday season.
Didn't this all start because of like people getting pissed off at Starbucks writing the stuff on the cups? Like, I think this is what started the war on Christmas. Like, they were mad because people got mad because Starbucks employees were writing Happy Holidays on the cups and they weren't writing Merry Christmas. What I have to say to those people, you should be happy that at least for the month of December, we get to have our peppermint fucking mocha, which I wish that they would have all year round, but they won't. I'm just saying, be happy about the little things. We always get the peppermint flavor.
It's like if you want to live somewhere where only one religion dictates every aspect of life, maybe move to the Middle East. That's a big thing for them.
Where it's forced on you,
Well,
right?
here's my point this year, because with the Israeli-Palestine conflict, it seems to be very down the middle. Either you're on the side that supports Israel completely.
It's wild to me how people are so like picking teams about it. Like,
But then you're
Neither
either
of them
either
are
either
all
in your
right or all
or you're
wrong.
on the side where now we're not for Hamas, but you see the innocent people in Palestine. But just to get back, we can get to that for a second. Just get back to the joke here. Is since they're pro-Israel, will they have a problem with saying Happy Holidays? Because supporting the Jewish people, you'd be saying Happy Hanukkah.
Right?
So then you're just
Exactly.
you're just respecting there by saying Happy Holidays because you're including Hanukkah into the holiday.
And I have a feeling that a lot of the Americans that are touting the pro-Israel thing don't realize that those people are Jewish. I think that they mistakenly think that they're Christian. I literally, I hate to say that about my fellow Americans, that they're that low educated, but I really think that the people who are against, the ones who sit there and they won't even differentiate that they're against Hamas versus Palestine. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, because I am for getting back to kind of like what you said about picking a side. Right when you said that, my mind went to, are we so conditioned in America, though? Like, that's what we do. We pick sides. You have to root for one team over the other. Like, we're
Sadly.
all about our football. We're all about our
Sadly,
baseball.
I think
We're all,
that's how a lot of
and-
people are.
right, and they don't, and they're not even, so they're not educated on some of that, some of this stuff. So that's why I'm saying that it would not surprise me if a lot of them are thinking that they're they are on the side of Christianity by getting behind Israel. Like they think, or maybe they think, well, Jesus was a Jew and he is what started Christianity, obviously.
They just hate Muslims more.
Yeah.
I think.
It's just so weird to me, you know? I don't know.
Right. It's a brutal conflict, and just watching the news is just impossible now. You can't watch it.
And like, I don't want to pick sides. Like, I'm for is I want to protect the innocent people.
Yeah,
That's my thing. I'm like, however, I am against Hamas. I am against Hamas because they are the terrorist organization there. I'm against terrorism here. I'm against the 1-6ers. They were committing terrorism on that day. You know, I just wish there was a way that we could protect both the innocent people, the innocent Israelis, and the innocent Palestinians. And it seems to me like when people talk about all the pro-Israel people talk, they lump all the Palestinians into Hamas. And I don't like that. That's the thing that grosses me out. I don't know about...
Just like right after 9/11, it's like everyone that was Muslim, they lumped in as being a terrorist.
Yep.
You know?
Right, and not even Muslim. Like, they killed people from India. Like,
Oh, wow.
people in our country went, and as a turn of revenge, and being that they're so... That's why I'm bringing up the point about I don't think they know that Israel means Jewish. Some people, because look at what happened after 9/11. They went and killed Sikhs, which aren't the same. They went and killed folks from India. They killed India. They killed India people that owned convenience stores. They got mad. They got set off, and they went in and shot convenience store owners.
In the words of George Carlin, who said, "It's just an excuse for us to go bomb some brown people."
Right, yeah. And I love George Carlin, so thank you for making that reference.
My boss at the time was Indian, and I remember he drove this Honda Accord, and he ended up putting a big American flag in his back window just to be like, hey, I'm on your side.
Like, please don't kill me. I had nothing...
I hate when people romanticize 9/11 with, like, there's a meme that goes around every year where people are like, I wish that America could have the feeling of togetherness that we had after 9/11, and just like...
Shouldn't we have that every day?
Well, I think that that's a little privileged to not realize that, like, yeah, maybe for you it was feeling of togetherness, but for anyone that was like a brown person that was from anywhere, over in the Middle East, they were terrified for their lives. Like, there's lots of hate crimes and stuff around then, so I don't think they had quite the same feeling of togetherness.
Well, and that is so ridiculous too, because it's like they don't even realize America, we are a nation of immigrants. We're not like, so you're asking for that day of togetherness. You probably should have been like, would you clarify on who gets to be the together people? Because do you mean all of America, or do you mean a certain part?
Yeah, very like short-sighted.
Yeah, that's it's ridiculous.
Right, and then that ties into the whole Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays thing, because people can't tell me I can't say... No, nobody ever said you can't say Merry Christmas. No outrage. One ever said that.
We say it all the time.
To have their persecution complex.
Oh,
they feel like victims.
Well, it's also because maybe political correctness that corporations started going to Happy Holidays, like we said, Starbucks. Where you will see Happy Holidays, but that's just being
they're trying to sell itself to everyone.
Yeah.
They want to be inclusive so they can make money, guys.
It's a sales technique.
That's it.
Corporations don't have convictions. They do marketing.
They care about one color, and that is green.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a shit about anything
I know.
else.
I mean, Walmart wants the Hanukkah people in there just as much as the Christmas people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Like, when the rest of society is going to catch on, I'm still here waiting for you. I will welcome you with open arms when you guys are willing to catch on to the way that business works.
I know.
And you quit. It's just another tactic to get people fighting, and it's so sad, and it's so
and if you
defeating
watch,
sometimes.
if you watch Charlie Brown's Christmas, they still say "Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown." It's not like it went away. It's not like
they
didn't
didn't go in and edit it like they did to everyone's beloved Star Wars or whatnot. They didn't go in and edit things, you know. Hey.
But Star Wars, are you talking about?
Did
Han Solo shoot first?
Didn't they get in trouble with like Star Wars long ago? And South Park made a whole episode about it where it's like, you can't change our movies. They're not just your movies anymore. They become our stuff, like, because they had to be more political correct. I think it was like the bar scenes and whatnot. Like they had to edit. Same thing, like Disney did the thing like with the pirates. If you go to the Pirates of the Caribbean, like the ride is not the same. Like you can't have them doing the mean stuff to the women or whatnot. And it's like, and people threw fits over it. And it's like, it probably would have been okay either way if they would have left it or if they would have changed it. I don't understand why there's always a hang up either way.
People wouldn't fixate so much on stupid little shit.
Right.
There's like bigger issues going on in the world.
Right. It's like it would have been fine either way. You didn't if you change it, okay, who cares? Get over it. If you left it the same, okay, who cares? Get over it. I don't know why people get weird over weird things, you know?
Especially like cartoons.
Right. It's so stupid when you really think about it.
Like I never really realized that, they cut Speedy Gonzales out of the, when they would re-show it on whatever it runs on now.
Arriba.
Yeah, because it's a racial stereotype, right?
Right.
So they cut Speedy Gonzales. But I would have known that if some people didn't make this big deal about it. They took out Speedy Gonzales. I'm like, well, you don't like Mexicans anyway, so what's the big deal?
Right, yeah. The people who are complaining about it, it's like you would have hated Speedy Gonzales if he ran all the way here because aren't you the ones screaming about protect our borders and Joe Biden's not doing enough? Like,
borders are wide open.
What? Yeah, aren't you that? Very confusing.
Yeah.
Our world is very complex.
And
I don't personally care about cartoons or really holidays in general. I take solace in knowing that I just don't really care.
Well, yeah, and here's another one while we're on to, taking shit out. The same people who are mad about Speedy Gonzales isn't in that anymore, or, Elmer Fudd doesn't have his gun anymore, are still mad at Bud Light. Like Travis Kelce did a Bud Light commercial, and they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna fucking boycott Travis Kelce now." And
ladies and gentlemen, Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. So, just in case, I don't think that he has a problem with Bud Light, one way or another. And he probably just wants to make money by being the spokesperson.
Yeah.
They have deals.
But the same person, like Bud Light, okay, they're still mad at Bud Light because of the can and the whole, all that shit that went on earlier this year about Bud Light.
They just can't get over it. Like, how dare you put a rainbow
but they'll go
on my can?
They'll go, oh, the left and their cancel culture, they made Aunt Jemima change the bottle. I'm like, no, the company that runs Aunt Jemima changed the bottle because the family was going to sue them for copyright infringement because they didn't pay Aunt Jemima the money for her image on the bottle. And that's why they did away with the Aunt Jemima
that's
ban.
wild.
It wasn't because all of us here on the left were like,
I didn't.
we're
know
not
that,
buying
but
maple
I
syrup
also
anymore.
Didn't care. So.
Yeah, personally,
So,
if
I don't know.
Aunt Jemima had gone away, I wouldn't have even noticed.
I wouldn't have either. I mean, I think I maybe had Aunt Jemima as a child, like back in the 80s, but
I don't even use syrup on my pancakes.
Well,
I put powdered sugars.
I don't even eat pancakes all that often.
Yeah, very rarely.
I'm from Vermont, so all of that's blasphemy. So it's all fucking shit.
So I try to buy the pure maple syrup,
Oh, so
like
good.
the stuff from
expensive.
Vermont. I have to like order it online.
Tastes like straight up like
it's
like
like
you're
grated on a
eating
certain
wire.
level.
Oh, it's like heroin.
And then
It's so good.
I use that and peanut butter because I like to put protein on them too. Like, but I do waffles.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, peanut butter. Oh, peanut butter on pancakes with the syrup is so good.
What?
It's almost like a Reese's
That
peanut butter
sounds
cup,
good.
but I mean, there's no chocolate. I guess
You
I could put chocolate.
chips in the pancakes.
You could. Oh my God, we're like thinking of all kinds of crazy recipes on here.
See, because
Or you could do like chocolate syrup too, I guess. You could do
all the
chocolate
world's
and
problems
maple.
get solved by food. We've been saying that for a long
Yes.
time now.
All right.
Food brings
This is
people
why-
together.
this is why I
which
always
is why
change
Thanksgiving
conversations.
is far superior to Christmas. And it really saddens me that Thanksgiving is always overlooked in favor of Christmas because of capitalism.
Yeah, because they immediately go from
Thanksgiving is togetherness.
I don't
Well, we live in a business, not a country, you know.
Yeah.
I don't get into the Christmas mood spirit. I will not listen to Christmas music till after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, that's how it should be, though.
So
I've always like separated the
my
holidays.
boss
It's
at
like,
work brought up a good point yesterday that she would like holidays far better if they happened like maybe every 3 or 4 years. And I think maybe that would make me like Christmas more if it didn't happen every single year, because that's just far too often.
And
Make it like a leap year.
I like that idea. As
Like,
far as
I'm
like
fine
their
with
marketing techniques, like I think most people are annoyed that they already in stores, like right after Halloween ends, they've already got the Christmas shit out. Sometimes even before it's even over,
Before.
they've already got Christmas stuff out. I'm like,
get
you know what?
desensitized to
As
it. You're
as
sick
a
of seeing
marketing
it.
strategy though, like I really believe this. I'm like, you know what? If you did what like what MJ was saying, how he refuses to start even thinking about Christmas until after Thanksgiving is over. If stores went and waited until after Thanksgiving and then they went and put their Christmas stuff out, could you imagine how fast that shit would probably sell out? They would probably actually make more money because then they could just get new shipments in and then sell that out quickly because then you have more of the mindset like this isn't going to be here for that long.
Yeah.
And then
You know?
and then you can sell the Thanksgiving stuff, like they put this big 20-foot inflatable turkey on your front lawn for a few weeks.
Oh,
You know? You go right from the skeleton to the fucking turkey, and now you got Santa.
There are,
Skeleton
have you
turkey.
noticed that people do like change their lights at their house though? So like there's a house downtown here and hey, don't get me wrong, it is cutely decorated. Like they had like the purple orange and I think they had like purple orange and like green lights for Halloween. Then when Halloween changes to then they get like brown, red, and orange. You could probably still keep the orange ones up. And then you switch it to your Christmas lights. Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, and I've seen houses too that'll decorate for like all the holidays. Not
Whatever
necessarily
makes you
always
happy.
with the lights, but they'll decorate for even like Valentine's Day. You'll say like
There you
hearts
go.
and on their
Oh,
house and shit.
They do have that. They have like the
right.
the computer generated lights, multicolored
Right.
lights that can you can program it to do.
Yeah. So they're missing out on it's almost like we're market strategying here right now.
Like, we should just put that effort to the
It's
podcast and the
if
marketing.
if it's something you enjoy doing, then like why limit yourself to societal expectations about it? Like if you like it, just do it all the time.
I'm surprised
Like,
there aren't
like
more
when
people around here that don't have like red, white, and blue lights all over the place, you know?
Yeah, I mean, just don't have that big flag in the back of your truck.
It's like
Don't limit yourself there. You could decorate your
self-expression.
whole house. You could put up like 15 flags
It's like
at
when,
your home.
when I dress how I normally dress, and people make the dumb jokes of like, "Oh, Halloween is over, haha." Halloween is a state of mind. If I enjoy dressing a certain way, I'm gonna dress however I want, whenever I want. Suck
Plus,
it up.
you should just be like, plus, I look cute. Are you just jealous?
Yeah.
Like, you
It's like,
should
don't
say
limit
that to them.
yourself just because society says you have to do things in a certain way. It's like, it doesn't matter. If
know.
it brings you joy, then do it.
Or just go, obviously, Halloween is my favorite holiday. Why can't I do it every day? Just turn it around
it's
on
like,
them.
Who makes the stupid rules?
Yeah,
I
this is
know.
America. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
freedoms. I have the freedom to dress however I choose. Good Lord.
If you want to decorate your house with lights all the
Folks,
months
we
and years,
live in as a disclaimer, we should say, we live in a town that's stuck kind of in the 1950s, so that's why she's still being told, like, Halloween's over. You know, like, it's
always older
we're
people.
decades behind the time, right? Yeah, it's got to be the older folks saying that to you.
So we failed to mention this last week because it happened while you were gone. Matthew Perry passed away.
I know.
Chandler. He's my favorite friend.
Chenandler Bong. Do you remember that episode?
Kat, were you old enough for Friends? Because you must have been pretty young when it started.
Unpopular opinion, but I didn't think it was very funny. I tried to watch it.
Some people didn't
and
like
I just
Friends.
wasn't into it. I don't know.
I think
But,
it was more
sad when
for our
people
generation
die.
because
It was.
I was
It was Gen Xers because they were Gen Xers.
yeah because
you know?
they were my age
right.
the whole time. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah,
I
because
can-
they
I
were
can
a few
relate to
years
it.
older than me. They were like, I think 2 or 3 years older. than
I
me.
think they were. I was right at that age. I think I was maybe a
I
year
know.
or two younger.
I think you were
I have
because
a nephew that would watch it all the time because he had a crush on Jennifer Aniston. But I just couldn't get
Yeah,
into
who
it.
didn't?
I don't know.
right. Yeah. My favorites on the show were I did like Chandler. He was one of my favorites, but I always liked all of them except for I thought that the lamest ones were Ross and Monica. Like, just their
They were
personalities. They
kinda
were like
geeky.
the geekiest.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other ones always cracked me up. I always felt like I was a mix between Jennifer Aniston and Phoebe. You know, like how they do the things. Which friend are you?
What's the name of the Chandler's ex-girlfriend, the one with the laugh? Janice.
Oh, Janice.
Yeah.
She kind of sounds like the nanny. Too.
I was dating somebody that sounded just like that, with that same laugh and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
My roommate hated it when I brought her over. He's like, dude, could you warn me?
I was like, you could identify. So you were a Chandler then. Were you a Chandler?
I was a Chandler, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, fuck. So it's getting to that time of year, you know. It's getting colder. And do you have a problem with, like, seasonal depression? Like,
Yeah.
there's some reason in October, November, I always get bummed out. I don't know if it's the days getting shorter, it's getting colder.
It's a combination of all the things.
Yeah. I have a problem with I have a problem with depression in general, you know. But yeah, it does get weirder like during the holidays. Mine might be because the holidays are so forced upon us. That's part of it that is like irritating.
A lot of people think that should be like the redeeming quality to this time. But
Right.
that's
We're going to
actually
make you
something
happy. We
that
know
I
everyone
really,
feels
really
like shit.
don't like, because it
Yeah.
does feel forced.
Everyone feels like shit. We got to go buy lots and lots of presents. You'll feel better.
When I worked at the grocery store, it was always the time of the year when people had the shittiest attitudes, because it's like, you could tell that they were stressed out from spending too much money and, you know, like just doing all this obligatory stuff that stressed them out, and they're projecting onto everyone around them, like the cashiers, and it's just like, why, again, like, why do we have to conform to tradition and social pressure if it's just making us miserable? Like, if you genuinely enjoy it, then cool, do it. But like, if you don't, then why do you have to feel pressured to comply to it? I don't know. I refuse to go all in on it. It's like, I like getting together with family, but like, I'm not gonna go spend a bunch of money on presents for people. And
That's exactly
all this.
That's exactly how I do Christmas. I'm like, I just would spend the time with my family.
I love
but
to cook, so I'll contribute in that way. Because
like,
me,
I don't like all the
connection.
presents and stuff.
But people that don't like to cook, I don't blame them for not contributing in that way. Because like, if you hate doing it, then why are you doing it?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I have kids, but they're getting older now, so. I mean, it was good.
Christmas is for kids. It's fun for them.
It was good when
if
they're younger.
Kids, you probably find joy in like seeing them excited about stuff. Like, since I don't have kids, that's not an aspect for me.
Well, and I also live across country from my family. So then I don't see my family, and then I'm kind of stuck here. So then when I don't have the kids, I start to get this like depression of like, you miss the old days. And part of you goes, I just want this to be over. I just want this to be over. And then like the day after Christmas, you feel almost depressed, like, oh, it's over. And I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it.
I don't know. I like New Year's.
Yeah.
It's maybe it's the anticipation and the like. Things can be so much better this year, and I buy into it. Well, and there's also like New Year's is a holiday where you just get to like party. There's no expectations. You can dress however you want. So if you want to dress fancy, you can.
It's
if you
cold,
don't,
though, so really,
I know.
Can't.
but see, like I'm a fan of jackets. It's crazy. I live in Arizona, but I'm
not
like
wearing clothes.
I'd always rather be too hot than too cold.
I don't know what it is though. I'm like winter, when it comes to winter clothes, it's like I love jackets, and it's so weird because I live in the desert but I have a lot of really cool jackets. Like I'm like, I need that. I don't know where I'm going to wear it, but I fucking need that jacket.
Maybe it's my vanity, but I'm like, I work hard, like working out and stuff, and I don't want to hide my muscles under a bunch of layers. No.
That's what summer's for, though.
Show off my hard work.
That's what summer's for, though.
That's why I like summer.
You get to take off all your clothes.
To be fair, though, we don't really have it that bad here during the winter. I mean,
I know. I still dress up in dresses and stuff.
We only have a few days that it's unbearably cold, and then it gets decent during the day most of the time.
All depends on the wind.
Well, the wind is kind of
the wind is what determines if it's too cold or not.
last winter was kind of brutal. It felt because it was windy for felt like months straight, and it made it a whole lot colder than what it really was.
I like it when it's cold though. Like I like the way it feels on my skin. I
hate it.
I kind of like.
Right now.
I know. I always run cold too, but
my blood doesn't circulate.
I like being outside in it. I just like the way that the air feels on my face, and it feels like fresh to me, and then it feels like sometimes it's like I don't know. It feels like clean air. Like when you breathe it, like it feels cleaner for some reason.
Like it hurts my lungs.
But it makes you realize that you're alive. Maybe that's because sometimes it does. It's like I'm so cold, but yet that's what's making me know that I'm still here, because I'm freezing right now.
Because I'm dead inside, so now I feel something.
Freezing. I am freezing right now. Like, I'm like, I need to, my mind knows that I need to go seek warmth. I don't know. There's something, it's like weird.
To me, that's just something that adds to the depressed feelings. I genuinely despise the cold, like with every fiber of my being. I don't know.
Well, then you are in the perfect place. Being in the desert
is the winter is shorter here.
Yeah.
Well, and because I'm kind of an expert on bipolar, not that I am bipolar, but I know relationships with bipolar people. And seasonal depression, when you're bipolar, is a very real thing. Trust me. Been there, been in the relationships. And just whatever happens during the changing of the season really affects people's behavior and their mood and their depression and stuff like that. And they go from these highs to these lows. During the changing of the seasons.
I think just like keeping in mind that everyone's got different, like one person's paradise is another's hell, and just like things that you're excited about, someone else might really not be. And just like don't force them to be. I don't know. I try not to shit on other people's good times, the people that like holidays and stuff, but like I hate when it feels like they get mad if I'm not as excited about it as them, and like try to force the holiday cheer, and it's just like, no, just like let people exist in whatever state of existence they're in.
And it's kind of like that's kind of the thing that goes with like my ideals are kind of like people need to just mind their own business more. Like, it's like if somebody wants to be celebratory, let them do it, you know, and then it's like, like you don't have to make a comment about it. And then it's like, if somebody doesn't want to, same thing. You don't have to be all like, oh, but you sound like a Scrooge, bah humbug. It's like,
like why
can't we just exist here together? Like,
depression that they're already having, whatever thing they're going through. Like,
they probably, maybe some people are like the ones that get super excited. They might feel like shit a lot of the rest of the year, and this is like one of the things that actually makes them happy. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
try not to shit on their good time.
You're like, hey, you like it, cool, that's awesome. I know. I mean, I even have to do it for myself too, to refrain from, but this is how I feel about it. And it's like, I'll have to tell myself, Snow, it doesn't always matter what you think about things. It's like
everyone's
you can just listen sometimes,
It's like trying to step back and be aware of when you're doing it, or,
Right? I'm really trying to focus on that just because
I feel like saying like treat people how you want to be treated. That's like a good default position to take with people that you don't know very well. But like if you know them well enough to know that some people like to be treated completely different in a situation than what you would want, then like it's nicer to treat them how they want to be treated. Like, some people would be thrilled about having a surprise birthday party. And then other people would absolutely have a stress meltdown over that. So, like, if you know the person well enough, like, do what they want, not what you would want,
Well, one of our mutual friends, we were at Blackbridge for his birthday, and he's social. You would think he's a very social person, but it was his birthday. He was just like, whatever you do, don't make them sing me happy birthday. I'll be embarrassed.
And
I'm
just
like,
okay,
of course.
Don't do it anyway.
And someone did, of course. It wasn't me, but I felt bad for him because, it was generally just, he's a social person, but just didn't want to be the center of attention.
And that is like...
And again, I do that, like, if somebody took me out to eat for my birthday and they did that whole happy birthday thing where they come up to the table, I'll be, like, mortified. Like, no, I don't want that.
Okay, the only reason I hate the singing and that part, but the only reason that I would do it is because they typically give you a dessert.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I like free stuff.
Like, yeah, I want the dessert. I could do away with your singing.
Through the cringe of
That's
the whole
right.
thing.
I will take all your singing and ridiculousness just to get the sundae.
Some people have really bad like social anxiety where that would like trigger a meltdown for them, and for those people, that's not really nice to impose that on them.
Right. Hopefully he got a dessert since they did that. At least a dessert beer.
I bought him a beer. So.
Okay.
There you go.
It's like, here's your dessert beer to go along with your singing. You made it through that, you get the reward.
Yes.
All right, so, we got Kat, and we wanted to talk just more about this. I think we need to break this down into 2 episodes here.
Okay,
so
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
we get going, that's how we are. We're talkers.
I know one of our guests would get annoyed with us because, we get on these tangents, we go off-roading and stuff like that. We go all over the place.
We don't stick to our own structure.
Well,
we're terrible.
That's because we have ADD.
We are. We're ADD kids here, okay?
And hopefully this helps everybody. And to everybody listening to this podcast, as it is holiday season, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Whatever you celebrate,
Happy Hanukkah.
Christmas, Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa. Yeah. I'm trying to go over all of them. Happy Ramadan.
Right. And if you hate it all, fuck it all. Burn it all down.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bah humbug to those of you who do not like any of it.
Hail Krampus.
We cheers you with a bah humbug.
Yeah. I'm just excited.
Happy Festivus.
I'm just excited.
For the rest of us.
I'm just excited. It's the Die Hard. time to break out Die Hard and watch Fall Off the Nakatomi Tower again. That's my Christmas tradition. Die Hard every year.
Oh my gosh. I watched a cute movie about that where the girl was saying it was like a love story movie, and it's like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And the girl's answer was Die Hard. That was her favorite Christmas movie. And they're like, it's not really a Christmas movie. And she's like, I beg to get differ. It takes place during Christmas, so you can't say it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Bad Santa. That's my answer.
Bad Santa, which was from the Phoenix.
I love Bad Santa. And it also, well, not fun fact, really, sad fact, John Ritter, who I will always go down in history as one of the absolutely physically funny comedians of all time. His last picture. John Ritter from Three's Company.
Oh, yeah, and we didn't mention Three's Company, Suzanne Summers.
I know. I almost had to pull over and take a moment. I'm like, I didn't know that she died. What? Yeah. I love Suzanne Summers. I loved her even after they weren't on Three's Company anymore.
All right, so Joyce DeWitt, is she still around?
Oh my gosh, she would be the only Three's Company person left because
right. Don Knotts is gone.
Mr. Furley, yeah, he's gone. What about Larry?
This is going way over Kat's. She has no friends. Three's Company is
right.
I'm like, not
Three's Company though.
Pop culture.
You should try to watch reruns of Three's Company though.
I think
it is hilarious.
I don't know. When I was a kid, my mom would watch TV Land a lot. And
then you probably saw Three's Company.
Something, but I don't remember.
Come and knock on our door.
Some stuff is better, like, as an adult than a kid, though. So if I watched it now, it might be different. Like, I watched Frasier as an adult, and I actually enjoy it now that I'm older, but I don't think I did when I was a kid, so...
Do you watch the new Frasier?
Yeah, I've watched Frasier.
It's pretty
that
good.
Was pretty entertaining.
The new one, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's
cute.
Like it. Yeah.
God, how long has he been doing that? That's got to be a record for someone doing a role.
I've always liked
Kelsey
Grammer, though. I've always thought he was a good actor, and I grew up on Cheers. Like, that was one of the shows that my parents watched. every Thursday night, like
No.
Friends, kind of. You know,
when you went to Boston, was the Bullfinch still there?
Yes, but we weren't able to go to it. So
Did you
we
walk?
didn't have
Did you
enough
walk
time.
by the fake one? Did they still have the fake
Yeah,
Cheers?
yeah, we did. We saw the fake one.
Yeah.
That's like in like
Faneuil
the
Hall.
yeah, that's in the really popular area, anyways. The
Which
touristy.
looks nothing like. Well, even Bullfinch doesn't look like the Cheers bar.
Oh, okay.
Although in the Cheers bar, the bar is shaped like the Cheers bar. And I wonder why. And the new Frasier hasn't addressed this yet. Is he's back in Boston, but he doesn't go to the Cheers bar.
I didn't know.
Did he?
there was
Is he a
new
recovering
Frasier.
alcoholic?
No, he drinks
Oh.
during it.
Oh, okay.
Drinking's a big part of that show.
Okay, I've only watched the first 2 episodes because then I forgot about it. You know how? Remember we were talking before the show about I have problems with show commitments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only deal with a couple shows at a time. I forgot to watch Frasier this week.
I need to set alarms or something. Then I would remember. Oh, okay, you need to watch the next episode.
Well, I
I'd
know.
really be in the mood to watch TV in general. Like I'm just not a big TV person.
Right. What do you do with your time then? Read?
Right.
Are you a reader?
But I like reading, but more like short articles.
Oh,
Like
okay.
non-fiction stuff. Like I'm probably on Facebook far too much, but sometimes I'll see stuff on Facebook that'll prompt me to be like, oh, I want to know more about that thing, and then like I'll Google an article about it and like go down the rabbit hole that way.
Okay. Yeah,
you-
and that's easy to do.
Research.
And that does take a lot of time, right? It ends up, it
Because-
piles on and on and
Are you
on.
like a TikToker? You know,
No,
go on.
I haven't been able to get into TikTok. I don't think I've been able to spend enough time to like get the algorithms to know what I like, because most of it's just like dumb shit. if you don't like spend time for it to start showing you stuff you like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to want to like commit enough to get to that.
I've only gotten it to where I get like videos of like cute otters and stuff like that. Like otters and dogs.
How can you not like otters? Well, and dogs too.
Some
like,
of it's like just
hello.
utterly mind garbage to me. The stuff where it's like people, like a video of a person watching a thing, like watching. Why do I need to see a person's reaction to?
Oh, I hate that.
To a video.
Oh,
Like,
I
don't
fucking
care to
hate
see
that.
their over dramatic facial expressions.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
while
you nailed it.
I'm
You nailed
watching
it. You nailed it.
Like that
Because-
drives me insane.
Because you'll have the one, and
It's like-
you'll see people post it. They're overly political, and you'll have
And they're just like,
just say you have the twins, the Hodge twins. Do you know who I'm talking about? They're kind of like they're 2 black twins who are Trump supporters. So you have a video of them talking about how Democrats are evil, and you have this one fat guy over on the side laying in bed going,
Oh
like,
god.
I absolutely
Oh,
hate that.
I
I'm
see
like,
what you're saying.
oh, those videos drive me
Like I
fucking
don't
nuts.
know.
It's
I don't need to see how somebody else would react to
Yeah.
watching this. I can have my own reactions.
That's
I'm
what
okay
I
with
don't-
that.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. It's kind of like laugh tracks. You know, it's
like, the whole
I
time-
have to be told when I'm supposed to laugh. Like,
Like-
that's probably not.
My ADD's
Not
totally
funny.
kicking in, but I'm like the only thing I can think of. My brain like stopped at the whole otters thing. I'm like, what I wouldn't give to see some otters right now.
I don't care to watch other people's expressions
And, yeah,
about
and-
otters.
Yeah,
so.
and yeah, like
Right?
Yeah.
I want to watch my own. I want to know how I'd feel about these otters.
that's how I'm gonna become a
Someone
TikTok
needs to
star.
tell me
I'm
how
a
I'm
I'm a
supposed
I'm
to
a
feel
watch
about
I'm
this.
gonna watch otter videos, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, like.
Good point. All right, fuck. Like we seriously went off the rails here. So,
Okay.
all right, we need to wrap this one up, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Bye.